leaving you out of our story.
I think he would be dying, but yeah. My sweet Elitskin, I just received a letter from you and rushed immediately to answer. I want you to get word from me as soon as you arrive in New Stefton. With all those endless travels of yours, I've become an expert on roads and settlements myself. Little Kestry asked about his father's whereabouts every night instead of a bedtime story. Then I get a map and show him. Here's our gold, and there are the stolen lands. There's Brevoy. This is a road our father is riding on right now. Then we wish you good night and go to sleep. Everything is alright. The workers you've hired finally finished painting the walls and fixing the roof. Now sitting at the very top of our house is that marvellous forged weathercock you brought from Numeria. It's perching up there and watching around. What's there behind the horizon? Maybe the master is on his way home. Maybe. Or he could be where we are. Ron and the bald head returned recently. You've somehow missed each other in Mavoy. He told a bunch of tall stories about his adventures, and he usually does. Told us there is a dog living in the woods in the southern stolen lands. I almost fainted on the spot. That's the forest you pass by every time. Maybe Ron just lies, probably lies. God knows he usually does, but I beg you to take care and choose the other road to skip coming near that damned forest. I'm writing this now and can't keep my tears from running. I'm just not myself without you. The only joy I have in watching little Ketry. His face and yours are as like as two peas. He even frowns like you. You always bring me some... You always bring me some presents, dresses or shoes. Now this time a turquoise brooch you promised last time. But I need none of that. The only thing I need is you by my side, safe and sound. Take care. Hope we'll be stacking that.
Help!
A barefoot young man in tattered clothes stands before you. His eyes dart about wildly, and his matted hair sticks up in dirty spikes. Young man yells even though you're right in front of him. What's wrong with you? What happened? The man screams subsides as he finally notices your presence. I'm Waine, he manages at last. His eyes are wide, so wide, they look like they might fall out of his sockets. We can't just pass by. This man's clearly in trouble. We have to help him. He's mad in the head. Let him rot. Who are you? Traders. We're traders. Less skin and me. He waves his hand vaguely and he relaxes. He starts to babble. We usually come to visit the local mage, bring him food, and he gives us magic trinkets in exchange. We last came a month ago, left him some supplies. We were riding back today and we wanted to stop and pick up an order he promised to complete. Well, Leskin stayed to guard the cart while I went to the mage's house. Well, it's sad to say he's probably dead. The mage has a bunch of traps around his house, scares off the trolls, you see. He even put a warning sign up by the road so people wouldn't get hurt. You just have to stick to the road. Trolls are stupid, can't read, so they get caught. But I didn't stick to the road. Well, you're stupid as well. I thought I saw something glittering in the underbush. Soon as I approached, boom! Suddenly I was flying upside down. He lifts his hands sharply to mount the blast. When I landed, I was too scared to move. So many traps around, I wouldn't survive a second boom. Cowards like this make me sick. He shit himself at the sight of a rabbit. Yeah, probably. So yeah, you want to get back to the road there. Yeah, he's frantic. Ah, yeah. Once you get rid of here, let him talk to him. I'm sure we can calm him down. We have to get him out of here. Let me talk to him. Okay. Enough snivelling. One hit from me will fix him. We should leave him. He's surely fated to die by this trap. I would be wrong of us to prevent this man from reaching the end of his path. Yeah, that's true. The way back to the road is free of traps, Waine. We just came from there after we heard you screaming. Come on, we'll make sure you get back safely. Just stay here, please. Maybe hold my hand. Oh, could you carry me? Wow. You'll be fine. Pretty sure I got them all done. I did. 'Cause I'm amazing. 'Cause I'm amazing. You happy now? Oh, thank you. Wayne's teeth are still chattering, but he seems to be focusing better. Thank you. You saved my life. I certainly did. Well, we found Leskin. He's dead. Here's his brooch and give it to his relatives so they have something to remember him by. Oh, that's awful. May Parmesan save his soul. Yes, Leskin brought this brooch for his wife. Said it was a birthday present. Thank you. I'll make sure he gets it. And thanks again for all you've done for me today. You're welcome. Don't be sad, friend, when fate deals you a blow. Take it gladly. Your whole life is one road to the end, and each day is but another step along the way. But how can I go on living if there's no sense in it? You could spread the word of growth, help people understand the utility of existence. The sooner the agony of life ends, the sooner eternal tranquility will come. Wow, that is deep, brother. That is deep. Haram is still on the ground, honestly, mate. Right, the whistle, are we up? A middle-aged man stands before you. His clothes are not too gaudy, but tasteful. Despite living in the wilderness, he looks well-groomed, even dapper. His moustache is slick, and the nails on agile, soft hands are meticulously polished. What a pleasant surprise. Welcome, Your Grace. Would you like a cup of tea? Something stronger, perhaps? It's a great honour for a humble hermit. Entertainment such an important personage. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Bartholomew Delgado. At your service. How may I be of assistance? Oh, well, I tell you what, mate. Do you know anything about the local trolls who are resistant to fire? I never heard anything like this, if this is true. I had to revise my defences. He goes silent, frowns, and closes his eyes. Your Grace, I'm afraid we must intermit that conversation for now. A moment ago, a troll was caught on one of my fire traps, and it was unharmed. I suggest that a chance to explore its corpse would better equip me to answer your questions. My liege, I humbly request your protection. Please follow me. Yeah, okay. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Let us strike as one!
We can do it! Tear them apart!
Consider me provoked.
Strike with all your might!
Repent!
They go down!
Do not falter!
So tired.
Ah!
It's in the magic missile, yeah? You got the stupid axe, didn't you? Even again, but that's got poison. He walks around the troll's corpse. At least they're still vulnerable to steel and acid. Now let's look into why this creature lost its respect for fire. A farmer recruits an incantation and waves his hands over the troll's chest. He points at a specific spot on it. They are branded on the... Oh, what? Look, I've literally squished it to nothing. I'm just... Whatever that is, that's the reason its flesh didn't burn. Harem inspects the brand closely. At last, I recognize this cursed symbol. This is the hammer of Torag, a god neglectful even his most devoted followers. I don't know why his hammer is decorated with thorns, but it suits the treacherous god well. The wizard slowly makes an incision around the brand, then peels the flesh off, excising the brand completely. I must study this. Here's the key to my laboratory. Wait for me there. I join you soon enough. Hey. That lovely. Boar bar. A horse croc comes from behind the bars. Boar bar. The troll sitting in the cage is thin. You can see the out through the skin. Although they see no scars, his pelt is matted with dry blood and his eyes are dull and unfocused. Various knife saws and bloody manacles scattered around leave little doubt about the troll has suffered. Troll cracks through clenched teeth. Kill me enough. It hurts. Nothing to see here. Rushes. It was simpler than I thought. This is just a simple spell of fire protection. Any competent wizard could cast it. The unusual element was the way the spell was applied. This wasn't cast by any human hand though. Oh no. The brand was stamped with some artifact, which would make it possible to make troll fire resistant in massive numbers. This is a grave news for all of us. My fire traps are useless now, and maybe acid traps will take time and resources. More importantly, for trolls to organise in such a way, there must be some greater intelligence operating behind the scenes. If that's the case, the list of potential targets for a force that formidable and is a short one. He pauses, then begins to rummage through his lab. I promise you a reward, so please accept these acid wands. I'm afraid you may need them sooner. Yeah, I would. Okay, explain to me why there's a troll in the cage. His eyes light. Oh yes. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm so happy. It's the greatest project of my career. I am exploring the regenerative abilities of trolls in the hopes of passing them on to humans. Can you imagine the possibilities? Pain, sentility, mutations, even death itself defeated. Oh, you weren't concerned I acquired the troll illicitly, were you? Don't worry, I purchased it legally. I am not some poacher out roaming the Baron's woods. I sometimes have trouble accepting laws that would protect lowlifes like you, but he is with his rights, unfortunately. Yeah, no doubt. I'll be neutral. I've been told I need to be neutral. How could you say that, Your Grace? I couldn't bring myself to harm even an animal. I've chosen the troll because they're a plague, and our numbers need to be thinned. Well, I'm not convinced. But like I say, I need to recruit them, so I need them on my side. I believe you. You may continue your experiments. Are you both insane? Keeping a living creature in a cave, torturing it? This is inhuman. Now, child. I would never do anything like this with humans. This is a troll, a mindless man-eater. Your company kills them in a dozens. He's got a point. It's not the same. She turns for your support. Would you allow cruelty like this in your lands? Order him to set the troll free. Quiet. Fortunately, those who prefer law over anarchy must sometimes put up with such dilemmas. It's a difficult path, but the only right one, especially in the stolen lands. Yeah. Thank you, Your Grace. You won't regret this decision. Glares at you and turns her glare to the wizard. It's wrong to torture a living creature. It's just not right. No, it's not. But unfortunately, I need to recruit the person. So, Esten of Serera. Roaring flames are devouring the Temple of Roses. The petals of the flowers darken, curl up, and finally turn to ash. The moment of utter pain and ugliness that comes before final, sincere eternity. Burning idols seem to grimace, cry, laugh, and turn their fiery gaze upon me. The heat grows unbearable, but I dare not turn my eyes from the sacred flame, admiring its very precious moments while my eyes still serve me. Laymen will call me a Fandle, did say I'd destroy a priceless piece of art because I hated everything beautiful. But do not believe this. I love the temple more than my life, and I lit it with the fires that burn in my heart. For can there be a higher devotion than melting together with the object of your admiration into the shining splendour of oblivion? Okay, alright. Diary. Ooh, we like diaries. Diaries. This is the title page of a diary covered with crudely scratched symbols. There are numerous smears, worn spots, cuts and burns. Bartholomew obviously isn't a tidy type. The leather cover is spotted with acid burns, paste edges are tattered. There are four symbols carved on. The first one is B. The three others stand separately, I and I. If B stands for the name of Bartholomew, what does the I and I mean? Interesting. The Great Experiment, day 104. I burned all the previous notes, too embarrassed to remember what a complete fool I was. But now I've got the creature, I call it to dim it. Everything is going to be alright. Studying the troll's ability to regenerate will lead me to my ultimate goal. 112. Got a reason to celebrate? While determining Dimwit's pain threshold, I found out it particularly has no such thing. Wounds, broken bones, amputations, and the rest of the perils of a warrior or mage's life. For a troll, there is no threat at all. The trick is to avoid getting carried away while working with fire or acid, so that impact spots will heal in several days. Amazing. Too bad I didn't care to buy it at the very beginning of my way. Okay, 125. Staying in bed for the second day after the incident serves me right. I got a trifle too excited and came a bit too close to Dimwit. The beast bit my arm. Then I started shouting something like Borba Borba. I wonder what that means, if anything at all. The wounded hand is still sore. It even hurts to write this. I hate pain so much. 127. Here I am, lying in bed and thinking about how different we are. My unique intelligence against the unbearable animalistic stupidity. At the same time, it's regeneration and some chthonic ability to endure tortures and heal wounds against my human fragility and intolerance to pain. It's okay, I'll find a way to get to what I need. 109, 29. I got overzealous. Regeneration of 3 simultaneously amputated limbs proved to be an experiment's extremely slow process. All the resources of the troll's strength are barely enough for it to go on. And I probably shouldn't have used fire. In a wild environment and without my elixirs, the creature would be long dead. I will continue my experiments in 3 days or so. I feel I'm close now. A few more efforts and I will really become invulnerable and invincible. Invincible! You seem to be an educated man. What are you doing in these woods? I am a simple, humble researcher in the field of esoteric sciences. I have chosen this location to work in peace, away from the noise of the city, where the environment is quieter and the air is fresh. Ink just begs to be set in the paper. Oh wow, he's a poemist as well. And no rude neighbours to complain about explosion smokes or ghastly screams. And he gives a dry witch smile. Yes, that's equally valuable. Traps in the woods. Are you though? Of course there is. They're mine, yes. You see, while I'm happy to welcome guests, I prefer those who are capable of coherent speech. I've neither interest in nor desire to waste my time with fighting off every monster that comes across my dwelling, but I did leave a safe passage for those who can read. I even installed a sign. You must have seen it. So what if someone can't read? Well, literacy is one of humanity's most significant achievements. Trust me, my traps aren't close to the worstest dangers threatening anyone who chooses to remain in the darkness of ignorance. Though I suppose if I ever met a painter here, I would ask them to add a picture to my warning sign. The rock troll in the woods nearby, is it real? Oh yes, I am quite proud of that one actually. You see, trolls rarely perish in traps. If they manage to break free from one, their animal cunning usually helps them avoid further traps. But the rock troll was trapped just before dawn, so it had no way to avoid the sunrise. Now he just stands there, serving as a demonstration of sorts. It's useful both for my research and as a ward against unwelcome guests. What about locum bandits? Do they bother you? Well, the fact that we've already dealt with them, probably not. They tried once, and now they make every effort to stay away. Well, that's not true, because I just got 2 of them. I'm just saying. They only show up if they don't have any other options, and even they just politely ask to enchant their arrows. Ah, so that's why I was getting walloped. And you're happy to help them? Just because someone asks you to do something doesn't mean I actually do it, he says with a shrug. Though to be honest, in these parts, you can't really tell a local bandit from a peaceful hunter based on looks alone. Sometimes even those who can read get caught in traps. A trader by the name of Waine, for instance. Well, obviously he's illiterate. Oh, Waine, frankly, I wonder what was going on in his brain that he just rushed into the forest, being perfectly aware of the danger. Excuse me, obviously, if you haven't rescued him, I would, just a bit later. After I've learned his lesson. Just going to leave him there. Alright, thank you for satisfying my curiosity. A question about your traps. Know about that. How's your research going? Those are withering gaze your way. I won't lie, there's still so much to be done. Years of research. There's no small task for me and for my assistant. So, one must be ready to make sacrifices for knowledge. Well, good luck in your work. Yeah. Let's see what you got for sale.
Onward!
That doesn't mean you stand on the thing. You see Sir Stefano Maschino from Patax. He looks reduced from when you first met him. His clothes are torn and bloodstained, and his waxed hair and moustache are bent at odd angles. Noticing you, Stefano salutes you with his rapier. He seems genuinely pleased to see you. We meet again and confess I never thought I'd be glad to see you. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. I bow to your dignity. Saving me here after our pleasant conversation back in your capital must have been controversial. I may even owe you an apology for my behaviour, yes, you certainly will be. Despite my many flaws, your barley has some potential. Stefano leans on his rapier wirily. The people here, yourself included, are passionate and ready to embrace progress. Not all countries are so open. Stefano inhaled sharply. The people of Galt might do well. It might as well be a mob. Before it is eating itself from within by continual struggles from power. And Numeria, well, it's hardly a land at all. I'll show you barbaric strength. I can hear Amak cracking her knuckles. First, I'll show you the floor. But here I see a beginning of something greater. Your people admire you, respect you, and believe in a future with you as their leader. Stefano gives a respectful nod. Not all may say the same. I will report this to my King Everetti. Maybe this barony is actually worthy of becoming Patax's vassal. He pauses for a moment and looks surprised. What did you think I would offer? Do you think us equals? If your barony were ever a hint of becoming a rival to Picas, why His Highness Everetti, he looks flustered, well, he would need to deal with that threat by vassal treaty or by steel. I see gratitude is fashionable out of date, Patax. She lips from a thin line and Stefano flushes, not in anger but shame. He recovers. Why, my lady, on the contrary, it is because of gratitude I'm being candid with you right now. Please remain temperate. Stefano may be stupid, but dealing with him here and now would bring you that much closer to the Star Lord and his bandits. Okay, next time we meet, it could be on the battlefield. Nods pensively beside you as though to herself. You understand perfectly well that her approval is met for you. I will look forward to that meeting, Your Grace, however it involves. He salutes with his rapier. It has been an honour. I could say the same, but I can't move. Everybody's falling over. Classic. That doesn't look good. Following the strange wolf, you climb to the top of the hill, and you see a black-skinned man sitting under a spreading bush. The wolf runs up to him and sits near, whimpering.
Whom you brought?
Whom you brought?
Get lost, dog. You're not needed here.
Ooh, he raises his arm as to hit the wolf. The animal doesn't even try to dodge, still whining. The man's hand goes down, never finishing the blow. The man staggers to his feet, and you notice there's blood soaking the right side of the leather leggings. He's fairly tall, rather lanky, while he stands before you leaning on his bow. His hurt leg trembles slightly, and the right side of his leggings darken again with fresh bleeding. Nevertheless, the man doesn't reveal his pain, except for a strained jaw and heavy gaze.
Ekundayo.
The man says, looking straight into your eyes, Ekundayo.
Wow, sounds like a spell.
I guess you were wrong. This is his name.
No way! Who could have guessed that?
Yeah. My ear. What's going on with my ear?
It is so.
Okay, I'm Tom, and the Baron of these lands. Nice to meet you.
Ekon for decent ones. Are you decent?
I would say so. Okay. You're bleeding. Need to patch you up.
Patched up already. This wound isn't the deadliest.
Okay. You're not local.
The name gave it up. Or my skin color. Yes. Bred and nourished up away from here.
Okay, so why is your wolf whining?
Not mine.
It's not nice, okay. I am friends, so what are you doing here?
Sitting. Waiting. Hunting.
Okay. Who and can I help?
Lured your curiosity. Saves me right. We'll start again.
We'll start again.
The name's Ekundayo. Ekon for decent ones. Used to be a carpenter in the Bristle Hill village. Trolls attacked. Killed everyone but me. We'll show them that was a mistake. They all deserve death. Kargad most of all. Rock Troll. He led them.
How'd you get wounded?
Have been hunting trolls until they have hunted back. The wound can't stop the hunting, just slows it down.
How can a mere carpenter be chasing trolls effectively?
You were not always a baron. Here,
Good
I
point.
was not always a carpenter. Nothing to lose anymore.
Do you know the local trolls are not afraid of fire now?
No, didn't. Fire arrows couldn't murder them. Now I know the reason. Had no chance here. Can see it now.
So why are you sitting on this hill?
Troll feet often followed this path. Can't hunt them anymore. That's why I wait.
So you're waiting.
They will come here eventually.
Okay, well, I'm hunting trolls too. Would you like to join our efforts? Ekon's face gets a trifle calmer. You can see he's glad to hear your offer.
We'll mark on your map all the places where troll feet tread the land. Troll's lair must be somewhere nearby. The spirit is strong, but the body falters. We'll follow you wherever you need, but this wound must be tended by healers in the capital. Don't want to burden. One more thing, before we go. Troll feet tread this path often. Would like to stay here until they appear.
Okay. Before we go, I'd like to ask some questions.
You have my respect, but the answers shall be postponed. Swear by Torag the time for question will come after Kargard's last breath is drawn.
One more lost soul, moaning,
One more
suffering
lost
from
soul.
despair. Cast away the false light of the Torag's forge, and see the verity in Grotus's moonlight.
Rotus. Okay. Okay, it's a great place for ambush, so let's wait, I guess. Trolls. Oh, 3 trolls. Got Brandon. Right.